Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be looking at Four Keys, a game by Andrew Yoder. So this is a kind of a little puzzle exploration type of deal where we're going to look around through a little house for some keys, as the name implies, and we're going to see what we can do with that and hopefully find some cool stuff along the way. I've already got a few judgments about this one, having even before I've started playing it, just based on the installation process. And I want these judgments to exist in sort of a separate world aside from the actual criticism that I'm about to give for the game, because this is sort of a problem that's inherent with a lot of things that happen this way. Well, let me explain what the issue is. So this game is created using the UDK, the Unreal Development Kit, which is great. I actually really like that. Some really good possibilities to make engines out of, and some really nice assets and features involved with it. Thing is, though, if you've ever installed a bunch of games on Steam, you'll probably know that every single time you do it, pretty much, you have to install DirectX again. The reason for that, and I may be a little bit off in the way I describe this, so please, feel free to correct me, but basically each installation requires some slightly different libraries that are used in different ways through DirectX. So the idea is every time you install it, or install a game, it requires you to install the entire thing again with whatever libraries are required by that program specifically, meaning every single time you run a new program with it, again and again and again and again, you install DirectX, usually 9.0C lately. And I find that to be a little fatiguing, especially when I have countless games. I mean, I do this every day, so obviously I have a few more games than probably most people, but still, it seems like an impediment. And especially when your game might be shorter than the installation time, potentially. I'm not saying this one is, I don't actually know. But I find that to be an issue. So I've been wandering aimlessly in circles around this house for a minute here. Maybe I should start moving in a direction that might be helpful. So we go outside. As you can see, we can walk in, pretty much anywhere we want, but there are a few restrictions. Oh, there's the yellow key. To open doors, we have to highlight the doorknob and press E, which seems a little strange. I would have probably preferred that you could just, use the whole door and maybe just right-click or something. Also a little strange, since we know how effective Unreal Development Kit is. Like, why can't we just walk through this? Why do we have to phase to a new zone just to transition outside? I think that's a little weird. But maybe there's a reason that I don't quite understand yet. Kind of interesting effects going on the ground here. It looks like there's some depth, but then again, I can walk over. It doesn't seem like I go any lower, so that's weird. There's a blue key. This one's got a whole spectrum of different keys to get in. That would be 5 keys, and since the title is 4 keys, well, I'm assuming you get all the keys and then the white one just happens or something. I don't know. Well, we're going to look for a key at least and start off this little mini adventure here. I'm sort of liking the graphical qualities here. This is very almost cel shaded. Oh wow, I found the red key already. Maybe flat shaded is better to describe it as. I mean, things don't have a lot of definition, but it pulls that off to the game's strength. This is kind of, I remember making these in Unreal Tournament 2004. I think there was like a specific shader thing you put there, and then it just casts the rays down for you or something. I don't know, it's been a while. So we've got the red key. Let's go look for a red lock. There's one. And there's the yellow key. Okay, so I'm halfway done with this, apparently. That went awfully fast. So this is a Metal Gear 1 style puzzle where I can go infinitely in a direction. I do notice that above these doors, though, there are marks. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to try going in these in chronological order, or numerical order, perhaps is the better way to put it. So yeah, as far as my assessment of the DirectX situation, maybe you guys have noticed the same thing, maybe not. Let me start over one. Oh, that gets me out. I find that just to be a tad annoying, and I don't know if you guys have ever questioned why that happens. I did. I actually went and looked it up because it bothered me a little bit. Still, though, my description may not have been exactly accurate, and I welcome criticism as long as it is fair. Oh wow, this looks like the archives from GoldenEye. Going upstairs. I didn't realize this building was quite this tall. Still going upstairs. Is this a infinite loop? I believe it may be. I remember when this happened in Super Mario 64. Yes, it is an infinite loop. Okay, what can we do about that? Well, we can turn around and there's the green key. I wonder if there was a reason for that to take... Like, why did the key appear at that time? Why not at a different time? I don't know. Maybe it's just if you turn around you realize it. It's the puzzle is how long will you keep walking up the stairs before you realize you're not getting anywhere. So where's the green lock? There it is. Whoa, this is different. This is not what I expect out of this house. This may be one of those accidental full Let's Play episodes that I seem to do occasionally. Whoa, hello. Alright, that's kind of cool. I haven't seen this part before. Blue key got. And back around. Wow, I'm starting to think this game is extremely short. I thought it was a fuller adventure, but, you know, this is fine, too. I don't mind a shorter, like, 5 to 10 minute jaunt. But that would actually put us in a position where the game is officially shorter than the amount of time it took for me to install it, which is something I have a little bit of an issue with. But again, don't take that out on the developer. That's not their fault. It's just the way that engine works. And again, I don't have any issues with the engine. It's just these little quirks. I mean, maybe I kind of do have that issue with the engine, but other than that, I think it's a valuable asset, and I definitely don't mind playing games designed in it. I mean, they almost always run great, and they... Oh, we're done. I didn't go in the all-key door. Maybe that's extra? Alright, well, maybe we need to investigate that. And it took away all my keys again. Darn. I guess we'll grab them again and see about finishing that off properly. Where was the first one? It was through here? Yeah. So I guess we're gonna have an interesting time. Like, I probably won't be able to really recommend it too much because you probably have seen the whole thing by now. What did I have to do? Just go out one again? No. Two. I don't really remember how this puzzle works every time. It seems like it's something other than what I expect it to be. 4, 1, out. Okay, so I guess I just go through the whole sequence once. Then we've got yellow, which was there. Let's try this time. Let me look down. Go around this. And then let's turn back around. No, I guess I have to go a certain amount of stairs up before that key will appear. I kind of like demystifying some of this stuff. Sounds silly, but that's how I get my kicks. What about now? There it is. So it's like you gotta go like 3 or 4 flights up. So you definitely need to end up going in there. The green key over here. You know, I shouldn't have been so surprised that it was so short. I mean, when I was seeing how quickly I was getting the keys, it should have been a pretty good indicator. But, you know, it's always a kind of a good telling sort of feature when you realize you're so interested in a game that you don't want it to end so soon. So it seems like the developer was onto something with this sort of an idea, and I don't have any issues with playing a longer version of this at all. I would quite welcome it. So what's up with this white key? Because apparently there's this door over here. No, this is blue only. Oh, here's the white key. So this was an optional extra. Let's see, how do we solve this? Maybe this is an invisible bridge area or something? Can I fall to my death? I can go out. Okay, so that's unique to this room. It's the only place you can fall off. How does one approach this key then? I'm expecting maybe I have to jump, like leap of faith jump, and no. Figured some blocks would appear as I was falling or something. What about go around? Nope. I will figure this out. I'm pretty determined when it comes to this stuff. Curious to see what the back side of that door looked like. Just trying different places in case there's like a certain spot you can walk that something will be different. Man, you can't really go around that angle at all. What if I just turn around and go back out the door? Is that possible? No. Oh, it is, but it doesn't do anything special. Crap. I don't see any obvious clues. I mean, it sort of seems like I'm just going to have to leap until I figure it out. Maybe there was a clue on one of the pictures or something? There was sort of a strange shape on one of those picture frames inside, so let's have a look at that, if I can find the one I remembered. They all seem to be sort of a foreshadowing situation. I'm not sure what exactly that means. This seems like a thing, and it's blue. What does that mean exactly, though? So maybe this shape is related somehow? Not getting it, though. And why are all these pictures empty? Does that mean something? Did the developer just stop making pictures? I feel like this shape is related to that island, but I don't quite understand how. I don't have a photographic memory, unfortunately, so it makes these types of things a little harder. Let's go back in. I mean, if it's the case as I'm sort of expecting it might be, then there's probably like one or two little islands that I can jump out to. But I don't know how I'm going to find them unless I just find them. I want that key, though. I want to see what's in the white room. So mysterious. Well, it builds suspense, so I guess there is that in its favor, and I do like the graphical style. Again, I wish it was longer, so, you know, it hooked me to some extent. I can't say this is a bad game by any stretch. Just maybe would have wanted more, which is, I guess, kind of a compliment. Well, I don't know, this is getting a little silly. How long am I going to keep jumping out at this? Maybe just go in a weird direction? No. You guys probably don't want to watch me jumping into a void for very long. Should avoid that. Okay, well, I'm not sure how to get this white key. Maybe this will be your impetus to go download the game for yourself and try it out, because I'm not getting it. Because then we get to go in here. I want to go in there. The rainbow door. All kinds of fun magic goes on in there, and I won't ever know. So I guess that'll be the call out to the commenters, you guys watching. Go play this, figure it out, and then let me know in the comments how to solve that. Because I'm lazy that way, apparently. No, I would probably figure it out eventually. It's just not coming to me yet. I wonder if there's other things you can backtrack about. Probably not. I think I'm overanalyzing at this point. So, 4 Keys has nothing to do with the movie 4 Rooms. I do highly recommend you check that movie out as well. Very good. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it is very funny and very irreverent and strange. Maybe a little bit more so even than this game is. But that is a complete tangential comment. So I think we'll leave it at this. And I apologize for my OCD-esque pacing back and forth as I talk. I don't know why I do that. I just keep moving my fingers around on the keyboard. I will try and stand still for 1 second while I tell you guys to, as always, try and head on over to facebook.com/indieimpressions, where I post every night's video. You can stay up on all the news going on the channel, interact with me, leave comments, meet other people who are interested in indie games, and pass on the videos to your friends, which is something that I highly recommend that you do because it helps me out, it helps indie games out, and it just makes me feel nice and warm and fuzzy inside when I see that people care. So that's fun. There's also Twitter, at RockLeeSmile, and at IndieImpression. If I've ever said Indie Impressions with Twitter, it's Indie Impression, singular. The S, unfortunately, was one too many characters for Twitter, so we had to cut it down to that. Indie Impression will actually hook you up with basically whenever I upload a video on YouTube, it's going to show up there immediately, and you'll be able to know. And then my personal account, at RockLeeSmile, is where I post every night's random banter, essentially. Not so much speaking as much on the videos, but just talking about indie games and whatever the hell happens to be going on in my world. And I'm very interested in hearing what's going on in yours, so feel free to contact me there. And just about anywhere else, feel free to message me via YouTube or whatever, too. That's fine. I welcome any and all suggestions, and I hope you enjoyed this look at 4 keys. I will put the download link in the comments as always, and also feel free to weigh in on the DirectX thing if you would like, because I wouldn't mind hearing on your opinions on that as well. So thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Later.